All right, I'd like to motion to get this meeting started today at the Fragrance Fraternity. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for spending some of your time with me. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you. I really sincerely do. So today we have two new fragrances that we're going to be going over. This is going to be my first time smelling them. I purchased both of these from Ross a couple of hours ago. And the fragrances that I'm talking about are Coach Blue from the Coach for Men line, and also a Lacoste Essential, which I believe came out in the mid 2000s. So this one's a bit of a throwback, but they had it at a good price. I paid about 30 bucks a piece for those, so I figured for that price they're worth picking up for me, and I went for them. So I'm going to give you my first impressions and review about them. Before we jump into that, I just want to do a little quick PSA and preface this review, because when I first started this channel, I had a lot of contention about what kind of content I wanted to make and whether or not I wanted to even make a fragrance YouTube channel, because I was afraid that this would come off as a very materialistic type of a thing where I'm just telling you what fragrances to buy and what fragrances not to buy. And no shade at any other people on YouTube out there, but you know, some people like to use lists of must buy this or must buy that. And let's be honest with ourselves, fragrances are somewhat of a luxury good. I don't think any of us need to have a fragrance to survive, right? But it would be selfish of me not to share something that has been giving me so much joy and happiness for years already. So that's ultimately why I decided to go ahead and start this channel, was because I know the power of fragrances. I know the profound effect that they can have on our mental well-being, on the way we feel about ourselves, our confidence, the way we go about our lives and handle our business. So I know how big of a positive effect that it can have. So I'm here to encourage people to use fragrances for the betterment of their lives, not pushing materialism, not necessarily pushing buy this, buy that. So with that in mind, if you already have awesome summer fragrances, if you already have a nice blue fragrance, if you already have a good citrus fresh fragrance and you're not really looking to buy another one, you could just skip this video. But maybe you're more seasoned collector with a good budget and you're going to be going about this responsibly. Stick around. Maybe you just like to hear me ramble at the camera, whatever reason you're watching. I appreciate you being here. Moral of the story, just be responsible with your spending. Set a budget, try to stick to it. You're never going to enjoy a fragrance that may be really good, but you went over your budget and now you can't afford to pay for something you need because you bought this fragrance, all right? That is not what I want you guys doing. Please be responsible, set a budget, stick to it. You're gonna feel a lot better knowing that you stuck to that budget when you get that fragrance versus you maybe went into debt or spent more money than you should have. It's easy to go down this rabbit hole of buying this and buying that and watching this video and now I want this, right? Please do not go down that rabbit hole. Most people, we only really need 4 or 5 fragrances. I spent the majority of my life with only 2 or 3 fragrances and things were great. Okay, so you don't need a lot, but if you're a collector and you want to get more, that's, you know, to each their own. Just please be responsible with it. Enough of me ranting about my philosophies on life there. Let's get into it with this first one, Coach Blue in the Coach for Men line. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go right to the skin with this one. We go this arm and then we'll do the Lacoste on the other, so I can give a good little comparison. Nice couple sprays there. Let's let it dry. All right, first thing, I just got hit with like a nice aquatic citrus. Let's see what's up. Also, quick tip, when you're testing these fragrances, it's better to kind of smell them from this kind of a distance and just let it hit your nose. Don't go right up into your arm when you're smelling them. It's better for it to just kind of hit it in the air, because then you get a sense of what it's like in the air. So let me actually give it a smell here. Okay, there's a really nice citrus here that's very very sweet or like sour to the point of maybe a lemon or a lime. I'm getting a tropical sort of vibe from it. That's why I'm thinking like a margarita or something like that. Definitely getting a nice bit of aquatic nature here as well. Man, that lime or lemon or orange or whatever it is in the opening is really, really beautiful off the pop. I'm really enjoying that. It smells like a candy kind of. It's got some sugary appeal to it. Maybe it's like ambroxan or something like that. Maybe it's like a musk, perhaps. It's got some ozonic kind of qualities. Very fresh. Definitely a blue fragrance. Possibly some lavender. I'm really liking this. I think this has gotten way too much hate for being like bland and boring and whatever. I'm really enjoying this right now. There's like a booziness maybe here. Maybe it's like gin or something like that. But it's not very pronounced booziness. It's not overly boozy. It's not a boozy fragrance like a Pure Excess or something like that. It's just a slight nuance of some sort of booziness. Maybe a gin or like a vodka note, perhaps. Overall, though, I'm really digging that one. I think this one gets way too much hate for how good it is. Coach Blue. All right, I'm impressed. I'm going to give that a 7.5. Pretty solid. 7.5, yeah. I don't know if I like it more than the original Coach for men. That one is more shower jelly. This one just smells more like fresh and clean type of aquatic versus straight up shower gel. And I don't get pear in this one like I do in the original Coach for men. I think this one has like a gin mixed with a lemon or a lime or something like that. Great fragrance. Goodbye. Okay, let's do the Lacoste now. Lacoste Essential. I think I may have mentioned that. Did I mention that? Lacoste Essential is the next one that we're going to be talking about here. What's going on this arm? Let's see what we get. Give that a second. And these caps, I must say, they are abysmal. These Lacoste caps are like, they don't even exist, right? But hey, it's a cap. It is a cap. You can pick it up by the cap. It does click into place pretty nicely, so I'll give them points there. All right, let's give it a whiff. Let's see what we get here. Okay, this one is very different than the Coach. It's got a good contrast going on here. Let's see what I can make of it. This one is way more green than the Coach. Less aquatic, more green. It's excellent though too. It's decently unique. I'm surprised by how unique this is. I didn't think that it would be this unique. It's giving me some similarities to something that I'm having a hard time coming up with. You ever get that when you try a fragrance and you know it reminds you of something, but you can't think of immediately what it is? Let's see if it comes to me. There's definitely a really nice zingy, zesty type of a citrus, like a grapefruit or maybe like a clementine, something very zingy and very zesty. Definitely the citrus is more pronounced in the Lacoste than the Coach Blue. The Coach Blue comes across a little bit like a cleaner aquatic type of a fragrance with some of that booziness, like a hair of it. And this one definitely much more of a zingy citrus with some green notes. Very fresh. Both are very, very fresh fragrances. Perfect for the summer. Man, I'm excited to wear both of these in summer 2023. I'm really happy with both of these. I really can't decide which one I'd like more. Let me finish up before I start comparing. This is what it reminds me of. I'm getting similarities to L'Eau d'Issey Pour Homme, the original, but cleaned up. Like the ouzo in that, for me, comes across a little bit dirty, a little bit like rough. Imagine taking that ouzo and cleaning it up and just a fresher version of maybe L'Eau d'Issey. Something along those lines is what I'm getting here. It's a great fragrance. Combines grassiness with like a nice zingy citrus in the beginning. melds those worlds beautifully. I'm really digging both of these. I'm stoked right now. I feel like I came up. So I'm very happy with both of these. As far as a rating, I really don't know if I like which one I like more. Just judging off the first smell, I think the Lacoste is going to have better performance because I'm picking up more strongly. It's more pronounced. So, what did I give this one? A 7.5 or something? Yeah, this one, after smelling the Lacoste, I feel like the Coach Blue is not nearly as powerful. I'm going to give this an 8, a solid 8. This is great. For $30, I'm really happy that I ended up going with this one. And for a fragrance that came out, I believe in the mid-2000s, this has held up very well. Beautiful stuff. Very happy that I decided to go with these. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. That's all I can really think of to do right now. So hope you enjoyed the review. Guys, please be responsible with your spending. Nothing I do here is to try to flex my collection or put you down or make me feel like I have more than you or anything like that. I'm only here to help and try to help you save money and make better decisions with your money. And guys, life can be really tough sometimes. So if you're going through a tough time, you need somebody to speak to, maybe outside of your sphere of influence, outside of your friends and family, just a guy on maybe on the other side of the country or world that is down to listen and hear you out and help you out. Thankfully, God blessed me with an empathetic soul, so I can always make myself available to speak to any of you. So send me a message if you're going through anything or just want to chat really about anything. I'm always down to help. I made this channel so that I could help as many people feel good as possible. So that's my whole goal here. So hit me up if you ever need a person to chat to. I will always make time for you. Thank you for spending some of your day with me. Happy to be growing the fragrance fraternity. Let's keep it going. Keep smelling great out there, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.